Today we're going to be trying Chili's Big Smasher Burger, which is very hefty. I was not quite expecting this size of burger when I ordered it, and the reason I ordered it is because essentially Chili's positioned themselves as the Big Mac meal competitor. That's their new stance. That's what they've been putting out in the press. I saw a news story that said, hey, go to Chili's and get the Big Smasher Burger because it's better than a Big Mac, and more importantly, it's not very expensive. Now, the key to this is that they currently have a promotion with this burger and a couple other items called 3 for Me, where you can get an appetizer, which is either a salad or soup or chips and salsa. You get the burger and fries, and you also get a drink for $10.99. So it's a great deal. I mean, this is the amount of food we're talking about here. I got this burger and a bunch of fries, and this is a huge burger. I mean, this thing's like a half pound. I think they say it's a 1/3 pound burger on their thing, but it's huge. And here's my little packet from the to-go with a nice house salad, you know, be a little healthy. And I got some avocado ranch to go with it. And you know, ketchup and forks and stuff. I mean, for all this, for $10.99, I feel pretty good about it. And that's really the key to Chili's argument here, and the key to why I want to try this out. Because as you know, I complain about fast food prices constantly. Everybody knows that they're just greedy and they're raising the prices, and Chili's is seeing an opportunity. They're taking their capitalist instincts and saying, hey, they got a little too greedy. Let's swoop in and try to steal some customers away because we've got to-go pickup and curbside pickup and whatever. It's convenient. I went there, parked, put in my, where I was parked. They brought the food out. That was it. It was simple and easier, honestly, than a drive-through in some ways. So all this food for $10.99, if it's good, then I think we've got a winner on our hands. That's the important part. Now, the salad, I'm not going to try that. The tea, this I got sweet tea. Well, I ordered raspberry tea. I ended up with sweet tea, which is fine. You can get Coke or tea or lemonade. The key with this sweet tea is that it is not sweet enough, I would say, for a Texas palate, but it is too sweet for pretty much anybody else. So it's okay sweet tea. It's all right. I drank pretty much all of it on the drive back because it's 100 degrees outside. Now the fries, I don't really know how they are, so I'm going to give them a shot, and I'm also going to give the burger a shot. But let's give the fries a shot first. Not bad. Those are solid fries. There's some kind of seasoning. I think it might be just black pepper, but there's definitely a little bit of seasoning to them. They're cooked right. They're not McDonald's fries. I'll say that. I do like McDonald's fries maybe a little better than these. But for restaurant fries, they're solid. I'd say these are solid 4 out of 5 restaurant fries. So we're good so far. Now let's get to the main event and actually try this burger before it's too cold. So again, they're trying to take on the Big Mac here. But instead of putting 2 patties and all that good stuff, they have Thousand Island dressing and onions and lettuce. That's what we have here. Onions, lettuce, pickles, and Thousand Island. So you've got the main condiments of a Big Mac, but you don't have the structure. Instead, you just got a huge patty. I mean, this thing is fairly monstrous. It's big. It's the biggest burger I've seen in a while. So thanks, Chili's. And let's take a bite. Well, I'd say the hype in this case is pretty real because this is pretty good. And you can see they even kept it a little pink for me in the middle, which is an option you can request if you're into that kind of thing like I am. You can do well done or a little bit of pink. You can't go any higher than a little pink. But that's pretty decent, I'd say, for a cooked burger from a Chili's. Maybe you don't trust it. I've heard that argument before, but whatever. I'm going to eat it the way I like it. It's good. I will say this. It's not a 5 out of 5 experience for me. Specifically because of the Thousand Island. It's okay, I get it, but it does not match the Big Mac. Now, I would still take this over a Big Mac any day, don't get me wrong. If we're talking about a Big Mac meal versus this meal, it wins. They're correct on that front. Absolutely, I think everybody should try it. But I don't like the Thousand Island particularly. I would probably just not get it on the next one I got. I would just keep it plain, I guess, because I really do like the burger. The fresh onions are good. The patty's good. The bun is really good. The fries work well with it. Everything's coming together. I'm about to burp. Everything comes together into a good bite. It's just really the Thousand Island that throws me off, and the burger could definitely be a little bit more heavily seasoned. I will say that. It does have a lack of punch, which I'm mainly comparing directly to the Sonic Smash Burger, which I would say is superior to this one for sure. I would definitely check that one out before this one. But I think here is the superior value because the Sonic Smasher is a lot smaller than this, but packs a bite, it's good. But you're paying $6 or whatever for that versus $10.99 for this whole giant meal with the salad and the drink and everything. And that's the key to this is the $10.99 price. So I would highly recommend this to anybody, really. If you watch my videos, you eat fast food, check out Chili's and give this a shot for $10.99. The most important thing I want to reiterate here is that the reason that this is good is because of the $10.99 price. You vote with your wallets and all that good stuff. Don't go to McDonald's. Screw those cups. That's just a ploy to make more money. So they're going to charge you $2 extra on top of an overpriced Big Mac meal. Like, what Big Mac meal is worth $9 already? That's what they're charging here in Texas, where the minimum wage is $7.25. So a Big Mac meal costs more than an hour of work, but you can go get a cup for an extra $2.25 around here. You can get a cheap plastic crap cup. That's not worth collecting. They call them collector's cups. They're not worth collecting because they're crap. They made 1 million of these plastic cups. You're going to see them just like the other cups at thrift stores and yard sales. I can't tell you how many McDonald's cups and all that good stuff that I find at yard sales and thrift sales and everything. Nobody really wants them. There's only a very select few people, like rabid McDonald's collectors, who actually keep those things. Everybody else is just tricked. It's a mind trick to say, hey, I remember I had those glasses when I was a kid, so I'm going to go back to McDonald's and overpay way too much for a plastic, cup that cost them 10 cents to make. So I would suggest not doing that unless you are just a big McDonald's fanboy or whatever, then fine, you're going to collect them all anyway. But if you're not, I would suggest just skipping that completely and going here to Chili's for the $10.99 meal while it's $10.99. Now, this is the key. Because I'm looking into this a little bit more. They put this deal out in April is actually when they announced this deal, but they haven't really pushed it in the media until now. So I'm kind of like, buying into their media blitz or whatever. So that $10.99 price point has been in effect for a few months already. They're pushing it now. I'm sure they'll keep pushing it for a while, at least a couple months. But they will eventually raise the price, and that's when we got to recalculate. They're either going to raise the price, or more likely they'll just get rid of it and put a new promo burger in its place that's not quite as big and not quite as good of a deal. That's the way these things generally go. So when this deal is not $10.99 anymore, when you can't get a salad and a drink and everything else for $10.99 at Chili's, don't go back. That's my advice. Go for this deal. Go for as long as it's available. As soon as they try to weasel out of it, stop. Hopefully they have a new deal at that time, and I can recommend them again. But that's my point. They're pushing this as the value alternative. They're saying, hey, come here instead of McDonald's. You get a meal for like a couple dollars more, like literally a couple dollars more, for way more food of a better quality with a salad. So that's great. I think it's cool. I think it's a great idea. Go check it out at Chili's. I feel like I'm shilling for them, but I haven't been to Chili's in like years. This is the first thing I've gotten from them in a long time. But it's good. I think that their proposition of a Big Mac alternative meal is right. I think that this is a good alternative to a Big Mac meal for $10.99. But again, once they raise the price, say no and forget about them until they give you another deal. Because, this is the only way to do this. We got to stop. We can't let them, buy us in with this meal, because it feels like that's what Chili's is trying to do. They're going to get a lot of customers. A lot of people sign up for their app to pick this up, like me, so they can curbside pickup and all that good stuff. And they're hoping that, you'll come, once they get rid of this deal in a couple months, you'll come back because it's Chili's and you're in the system and you get a free chips and salsa or whatever, and you'll come back and spend way too much money. So that's the idea. Don't let them do that. Just like the break the buffet mentality, which I enjoy. Always go for, at the buffet, you always go for the meats, always go for the expensive stuff, skip out on the pastas and the rices and all that crap. That's where they get you. You got to get them. And anyway, that's my mindset. Chili's, $10.99, Big Smasher Burger. It's good. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5. I'm going to give the meal a 5 out of 5. The meal itself. I think the burger is a 4 out of 5. It's really good. Fries, another 4 out of 5. I think overall it's mostly a 4 out of 5, but the price point makes it a 5 out of 5. So definitely check it out if you're a burger guy or, you know, fast food person, whatever. And with that, I will see you all next time.